Been 10 years since we saw the Zombieland crew, but they are back finally, so it's time to nut up or shut up. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to a brand new movie review. No, I am not turning into a zombie. I'm just a little bit sick here, but I'm very excited to be talking about Zombieland Double Tap. This is one of my most highly anticipated sequels due to the fact that I adore the first Zombieland. That film really took me by storm, and it is just a brilliant horror comedy, and honestly, for me, a classic when it comes to horror films. In just a couple years, I think we're going to be calling it that. It's so rewatchable. I rewatch it probably 3 times a year, and I have so much fun with it. A lot of that being because of the cast involved and the characters that they are portraying. They're just so fun. The dynamic between all of them, it's just very entertaining. When I heard Double Tap was finally happening, I was on board. I was sold. Everyone's back. The writers, the directors, the cast, and even new people are involved with this one. It's been about 10 years again, and it's something that I've been looking forward to. When the trailer dropped, the nostalgia kicked in. I was excited, but I did have my nervousness about this. Some of the comedic beats did feel a little bit SNL and kind of skittish, which wasn't my favorite thing to look forward to. Some of the new characters didn't look the best, and I started to get a little bit hesitant about this movie. Before I get any further into this review, guys, make sure again to hit that like and subscribe button where I do tons of early movie reviews like this on a daily basis, talk tons of geeky content, and of course, guys, I want you to comment down below and let me know who is your favorite zombie killer in this film, or if you've never seen a Zombieland film for some reason, make sure to tell me what other zombie killers you love. And also, guys, comment down below and let me know how excited you are for this film. Columbus, Tallahassee, Wichita, and Little Rock move to the American heartland as they face off against evolved zombies, fellow survivors, and the growing pains of the snarky makeshift family that they have created. Very much a film that I've been looking forward to, and as you can tell by my excitement, by everything that any nervousness I had for this film kind of went away. Now, it took a little bit to get into the seat and the driver's seat of that kicking in, but as the film progressed, it got better and better and better for me, and it kind of just felt like everyone was settling back into the role of Zombieland. It isn't just the script between Rhett Reese and Paul Wernick, who they're great, and even the direction between Ruben Fleischer. It comes down to these characters and the actors portraying them, which it's just awesome to think back that like now they are all either Oscar winners or Oscar nominated actors. But you look at Emma Stone, Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, and even Abigail Breslin. The characters that they're portraying here, they just have down to a tier. Even the advancements in their characters within this one are very heartwarming. This film actually has a little bit more of that heartwarming sensation just like the first one had, but actually expands on that just a bit more. And also this, again, that makeshift family that they started creating in the first one is again even expanded on in this one. Chemistry is all there, and it's some of the best parts about this film. For me, that might be the reason why I enjoyed this film so much, is because of that chemistry. Plus, when it comes to the newcomers like Zoe Deutsch, who plays Madison, who honestly stole a lot of the scenes in this movie, and I was not expecting that from the trailers. The trailers scared me with her performance, but really that dumbfounded blondness that she brings to this role actually works, and it comes for some of the best comedic moments throughout the whole entire film, and her chemistry again fits in perfectly between Tallahassee, Wichita, and even of course Jesse Eisenberg's Columbus. Of course, there's some nice warm welcomes when you get Luke Wilson, Thomas Middleditch, and Rosario Dawson also joining the cast, and it really just all these other actors kind of bring a different flair to the role. Even if some of them are just served as comedic purposes, it's still fun. Actually, one of the cool things that I actually was anticipating about this one was, even though the first Zombieland had some good zombie kills, this one amps it up to another level that not everyone might be a fan of. Some of them are a little bit too outrageous, but it's Zombieland. You can have fun with that. You can take it for what it is. And absolutely one of the coolest sequences in this film actually happens to go around with one of the new evolved zombies. It's a whole one-take sequence that they happen to go about inside this house, and it is awesome. I finally discovered that they were going for a one take. I'm like, oh my god, they haven't cut this scene. It just keeps going. Gave me memories of kind of Matthew Vaughn type style action, but with zombies, and I was all for it. Going back to even that evolved zombie talk that I was discussing, the mythology and the world building in here with these new evolved zombies, and in general this new post-apocalyptic world, there was a lot more fun to it, and they touched on new aspects of this world that I was all in for. It actually brings me to the point that I hope to God we get a Zombieland 3, and I actually really hope that they expand even more on it. because this film just opened it up for a wider variety. I really think one more film could actually tie up these character stories just nicely. It's not like this ended on a huge cliffhanger, but maybe I'm just a little bit selfish in talking about that I want more of these characters. I think some of you guys are wondering, is this just as good as the original? I would say no. I still think the first one is more superior to this one. Again, I hail the first one as like a classic. It comes down to Zombieland Double Tap. I definitely know that when it comes out on Blu-ray, I'm going to be rewatching this film a lot. Just like the first one, it's going to be a great double feature in that route. But when it comes down to this film, some of the elements can be predictable. And a lot of the moments that they actually follow throughout this film are very reminiscent of the first one. They play on some of the same jokes. They play on some of the same story structures. And is it bad? No, but I think it could bother some people. We'll say there was actually one part of the story that I feel like was not fleshed out enough. Really was just served as a comedic purpose. It actually happens to do with Abigail Breslin's Little Rock and the new character Berkeley, which is actually one of the characters I was actually worried about in the trailers, but there just wasn't enough of him, and even of Little Rock. I was expecting more of both of them, but it feels a little bit abrupt when it's coming down to their character arc, and I was sitting there going, I wonder if there's some scenes missing here that would have fleshed out a couple different beats. I wish there was a couple other things that they would have touched on a little bit more that came down to Columbus and Wichita. Before I give you guys my final thoughts on Zombieland Double Tap, again, hit that like and subscribe button, comment down below and let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Zombieland Double Tap, and make sure to go ahead over Sandwich on Films on how to see films early like this, and of course, a big thank you to you and all my Patreon supporters. Without you, I wouldn't be able to do this. Zombieland Double Tap, like I said, is going to be one of the films I rewatched the most from this year. It's hilarious, it's action-packed, and overall the characters are so likable, it's hard not to have a smile on your face while watching this one. Fans of the first, get ready. You're gonna have so much fun with this, and I really can't imagine any fan walking out of this being like, damn, that sucked. Actors make these characters so likable. Their chemistry is non-stop. The action is bumped up a notch, and some people might find it outrageous, but I didn't. I was all here for it, and really, even though I had those small little cons right here, this is still a blast of a zombie movie, and I can't wait to do a double feature of the first one and Double Tap, and I hope to God, again, that we get a third one. So with all that said, guys, nut up or shut up, I'm giving Zombieland Double Tap a B+. Let me know what your guys' thoughts are on Zombieland Double Tap. Do you guys like it? Do you hate it? Let's discuss it down below in the comments, guys. Thank you guys again so much for watching this, and of course, until next time, stay classy.